Folks, join me in welcoming Baylor men's basketball coach Scott Drew with us on the Baylor Coaches Show. Thank you for being here.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks. How's your world these days? We're less than a month away from tipping off the new season.
Actually, this is one of your busier times of the year from the standpoint we got the Texas tour going on. We got the radio, the Rudy show going on. You got recruiting going on, and we're getting ready for season. So a lot of excitement, a lot of good things happening right now. So far, practices have gone well. Guys are getting better, and these practices are really important, as you know, because we start out the gate really strong. Yeah. So you better be ready to go.
I would say Aaron, who's running the board for us, says, hey, why don't you beef up your non-conference schedule? Gonzaga, Arkansas, UConn's in there. Man, what a tough schedule.
Yeah, the old commercial, where's the beef? That doesn't apply to us.
No. I mean, like, first rattle out of the box, Gonzaga in your season opener.
Yeah, there was a poll I saw today that someone had him number 2.
Oh.
And, again, they return a lot of guys. So especially early in the year, they're even better. So that'll be a great test for us, and we'll see just what we need to work on, what we have to improve on, and then hopefully get ready for Arkansas.
Yeah. Arkansas coached by, John Calipari, who was at, Kentucky. I think it goes without saying, but, Coach, we are so glad you're still here. So
well, thanks for having me.
Heck, we wouldn't want to do Baylor basketball without you. So we're glad you're here, and it is a tough non-conference schedule. Hey, away from your team in the schedule for a minute, you spoke yesterday at a memorial service for Carol Dawson, and from what I've heard, it was just a tremendous service.
Yeah, Pastor Dwayne Brooks really did a great job, and it was kind of a different message than I've heard from the standpoint. It was made you think for a second. He said, "What was CD's Carol Dawson's greatest day? Was it the 2 championships they won with the Rockets? Was it the championship we won in 2021? Was it the 4 championships that he won with the Comets, or was it the day that he met Jesus?" So, and at the end of the day, he has nothing but great days now.
Wow.
So no bad days.
Gosh, that's great. And just what a great guy. I mean, such a great representative of Baylor and the Rockets and anything he touched, really.
Well, somebody that, he whatever room he walked in, he made it a lot brighter. And his one-liners, he could have been a comedian because he was the best. I remember early on I would always call him as we were building the program, and he always had a game on, and I'd be like, "What score?" And he'd be like, 80-70. And I said, "Who's winning?" He'd go, "The team with 80."
That's him.
But he was the man of one-liners. And the great thing is everyone knows he's an unbelievable golfer. I joked at the funeral. He's probably already played 36. He's 2 under, and there's no lightning up there.
Wow, no lightning, no delays whatsoever.
Because CD got struck by lightning.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So Yao Ming was actually at the funeral, flew all the way back from China just to show you how important and what CD meant to him, and several other Rockets, Hakeem Olajuwon, and a lot of people that he spent time with. But Yao said, "I didn't know anything about golf. I get invited to the golf outing with CD. They partner. CD picks to partner with me, and his interpreter says, he got hit by lightning. That's why he has you, because you're taller than him."
That's great. That's great. Well, it sounded like a great service, and, hopefully best to Sharon, and we're going to miss CD, gosh.
Yes, we are. Great man that life well lived. Touched a lot of lives.
Yeah, very much so. All right, so practices going on for you guys. Everybody healthy right now?
Yeah, so far so good. Langston Love has not been permitted yet to do contact, but he's doing great with his workouts and progressing, and hopefully we get him back soon. But everybody else has been doing knock on wood.
Yeah.
Thanks for the prayers, because so far they've been answered. Everyone's good.
Ooh, that's good. Tell us about the makeup of your roster and some of the new guys that are here with you this year.
You got the roster. We got a bunch of them.
It's a list.
Yeah. Well, I think first and foremost, the Baylor family's really going to enjoy getting to meet the guys. Everyone that we have on the team, really quality young men, great role models. When you talk transfers in the portal, it's hard to get people with more winning experience than Jeremy Roach and Norchad Omir. Both of those guys have been to Final Fours. They've been all-conference nominees, very successful, good students, hard workers, and a great way to start the portal recruiting. Jalen Celestine from Cal Berkeley graduated in 4 years. Another person that was a great student athlete and somebody that a very skilled player that loves to work on his game, great teammate, really fits in well. So couldn't be more pleased with how the portal turned out for us. As far as freshmen go, we were able to bring in VJ Edgecombe, who a lot of people have in the top 10 mock draft for a reason. Very athletic, very talented player, but somebody very capable on the defensive end. He could be the defensive player of the year. So a great athlete and somebody that doesn't need to score to impact the game. Rob Wright was a part of maybe the best high school team to ever play at Mount Verde. Maybe one or two from Mount Verde high school teams that went undefeated, and he was the point guard that engineered and ran that team, and actually won Mr. Mount Verde. And, the coaches joked they didn't even know there was that award, but that's the most popular student, basically most likable student in
not
the
just
school,
athletics, right?
and that's voted by all the students.
Wow.
So great young man, stranger to none, and somebody everyone will like getting to know. And then you look at Jason Asamoto, somebody that has really worked hard and come a long way since he's been here, and he has a bright future ahead of him.
Continuing with Coach Scott Drew, Baylor basketball season begins less than a month. November 4th is that season opener we were talking about in Spokane against Gonzaga. Hey, and that Arkansas game is November 9th at the American Airlines Center in Dallas. We need Baylor people there.
Yes, we do. You know, a lot of people from the Metroplex drive down to support us. This is our turn to drive up to there. And American Airlines Arena, great place to watch a game. But we know Arkansas will have a lot of fans. We need to have a lot of Baylor fans there.
Arkansas will have people there. So put that on your calendar. It's November 9th. It's an open date for Baylor football. So just plan a trip to Dallas for Baylor basketball versus Arkansas. All right, Coach, questions from the audience. I'll let you preview these. These are some good ones. These are really good questions. Let's begin with Damon Crump. Damon is right back there. He asked who will likely lead the team in points and rebounds this season.
Well, the points part, hopefully that's something that is different each and every night, because it's a lot harder to prepare for a team that has 2, 3, 4 different people capable of scoring double figures. Our best teams have had 5 or 6. So the points, hopefully that's spread out. As far as rebounds go, Josh, you hope, takes a step forward. And Norchad is somebody that averaged 10 rebounds a game since he got to the States, so from Nicaragua. So I would think one of those two, and VJ's an outstanding rebounder as well. But hopefully we are balanced, and it's not just one person.
Yeah, very good. Didn't you have 6 guys last year average double-digit points?
We had like 4 to 6 the last several years.
Yeah,
and
that's great.
That's why the last 13 years our offense has been top 25, 12 out of those 13 years.
Yeah. Fantastic. All right, question from Roy right here. Roy asked, as you continue to get players from around the world, are you going to hire a linguist for your team?
No, that's why we put numbers on the back of jerseys. So in practice, we got numbers. By the way, he does have the nicest penmanship, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Yeah. Roy, very nice handwriting. So you win the prize for that tonight, Roy. Thank you. Is this Karen or Karina? I'm sorry. Karina, all right, thank you. Karina says, who is the player on this team that fans will be talking about the most by the end of the season?
Well, we have several that I think you're really going to enjoy because they got great personalities. But probably if you're asking who's capable of having the most Sports Center moments, last year Eve, Missy had a lot of them. And I think VJ is somebody that seems like every 2 or 3 days in practice he's got a dunk or a play that you're like, that would have a chance to be on SportsCenter.
Yeah, very nice. All right, Karina, thank you very much. Ben Hagens asked who is the best leaper or jumper on this team now, and and also in the past, who's the best jumper you've coached?
So notice how we put that nice transition back to back. So this year I would think VJ would probably be there. But I tell you, if you look in the past, Pierre Jackson at 5'10", I don't know if many people got up as high as him. You could go back to Deuce Bello. You could go back to Mark Vidal. Both of those guys in high school were part of the Boost Mobile dunk contest, I believe. And there's a couple others. Quincy Acey definitely could rattle that rim. Anybody that gets 10 dunks in a game, that's pretty impressive.
That's right. That's who I was thinking. He had a
First
birthday.
Texas, by the way.
Yeah, he had a birthday recently, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
And
he's still dunking.
Yes, and we were reminiscing about that 10-dunk game he had against Texas. All right, Brent Grooms. Brent's right here. Brent asked who has made the biggest leap in fall camp so far?
Well, that's really a tough question. And why I say that is because we really have had a lot of guys that have worked really hard. And when you have so much turnover, then as people adjust to what you're doing schematically, but also how you lift, how you condition, you do see normally the first year in a program, you see a lot of jumps. And unfortunately, we got a ton of the first-year guys, so you're seeing a lot of jumps from a lot of people where normally you're only having 3, maybe 4 new guys, and out of that, maybe 2 or a couple years away. So it's easy to pick who's jumped the most because when you first get to a campus, you usually take a bigger jump. So I don't mean to discard that. I just think, we've had so many guys, like let's just take Norchad, for instance. He lost 15 pounds and really improved not only his body but his shooting by countless hours in the gym. Rob Wright was right there with him on hours in the gym, and somebody that's really improved physically and shot-wise. I can go up and down the list. So that's a good problem to have. A lot of gym rats, a lot of hard workers.
Norchad is a specimen, isn't he?
Yeah, you don't want to get screened by him.
Yeah, no, he would set a screen.
Him and Rico Gathers have a lot in common.
Oh, that's a good comparison.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, question from Bob Barrett. Bob's right here. Tell us about the recruiting of Rob Wright. You talked about that a little bit. What does he bring to the team?
Well, Rob's somebody that is really fast, one of the fastest guards in college basketball, but an elite point guard. We feel the best point guard in his class. So somebody that really can get in the paint, can really make his teammates better, and at the same time can score himself. Like most freshmen, the biggest adjustment is on the defensive end, the physicality, and a lot of that's because in high school things are called closer and you can't get in foul trouble. But somebody that's a joy to coach, and he really works hard. He spends an enormous amount of time in the gym, and you have to do that if you want to improve at what you do.
Yep, very good. Thank you, Bob. Greg Jurls is right back there. Hey, Greg, good to see you. Well, he asked, with the rise of one-and-done players, do you plan toward their skill set or focus on incorporating their skills into a team scheme?
Well, I think and not just one-and-dones, but nowadays with the NIL, really it's a one-year plan with everybody, and then you don't know who's going to come back, turn pro, transfer, whatnot. So really what we try to do is improve their overall fundamentals and what this is our system, offensively, defensively, what you have to do to play for us, but then at the same time really not to spend as much time on the weaknesses, but make sure that whatever their strengths are, that we do the best job as coaches in utilizing those. And when you have a player 3 or 4 years, you can spend time really working on those weaknesses. But when you got 8-9 months, you got to maximize what their strengths are.
Yeah. Very good. Isn't it a different philosophy this year? We're used to bring a guy in and it was a 3 or 4 or 5 year plan for him and counted on him being there. Now it's kind of a 8 or 9 month plan.
Yeah. Well, and the great thing is things always evolve. They always change. You can complain about it or you can adjust.
Yeah.
And we've always tried to adjust as quick as we can and be on the cutting edge. So with us, we try to simplify what we do offensively, defensively, make things easier to grasp, understand, because the sooner the guys learn what you're wanting them to do, the more they have freedom to play and utilize their God-given talents and abilities.
Terrific. All right, one more question from John Jackson. John asked, what word would you use to describe the personality of this year's team?
Ooh, one word.
Now it's November.
Yeah. Two or three or four. Hopefully winning or championship.
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
But I really do feel our staff's done a great job in bringing in people that represent the culture of Baylor University and Baylor basketball, and it's been a joy so far working with these guys. Now, we haven't hit any adversity. We haven't had a close loss or a losing streak or anything, but a lot of high-character guys. And when you have that, you got a chance to be successful. So we'll see how things go with the ups and downs of the season. But they are one of the harder working group of bunch of teams we've had. So if that work ethic continues, they're going to keep improving. If they keep improving, you got a chance to win the last game.
And, Coach, you mentioned your staff last segment. You've got a few changes on your staff, but, man, what a great group you've assembled there.
Well, I feel blessed. We had some great coaches that had opportunities, which means that we're doing a good job here, and people want what we're doing with our program at their place. So that's a good honor for the guys that got promotions or had opportunities to leave. And then if you look at Bill Armstrong, somebody that coached Jacoby Walters, somebody that helped him become the man, the player that he was when he got to Baylor, but somebody that knows a lot about the young kids, because he won a Geico National Championship and really that top Nike circuit.
Wow.
He's competed against, knows all them. Coaching-wise, known for an outstanding defensive coach, somebody that helped LSU to have a top 10 defense in the nation, coached at UAB, Ole Miss, and somebody that our fans will get a chance to. He's got a number of kids in the community and great people. As far as Steve Henson, a longtime assistant coach at Oklahoma with Lon Kruger, we competed against them for a number of years, and great respect for him. And somebody played professionally and coached professionally for a year, and then has been in the Big 12 a long time, and then was a head coach at UTSA and did a good job down there, and some tough circumstances, and somebody that offers a lot of wisdom and experience. And Melvin Hunt, somebody that was at Baylor 87 and 91, and then left us for the NBA, helped teach Kobe and LeBron everything they know, and Trey Young, and then now was a head coach with the Denver Nuggets. So somebody that has a lot of experience, and his daughter helped lead our volleyball team to a Final Four appearance. She works at Highland Church, and those three are great additions.
Yeah, very cool. Great additions. You got a great staff there. How about we're in Foster Pavilion. We played games in Foster Pavilion last year when it was still basically a construction zone. I mean, the arena part was finished, and it worked out great, and I thought it was a great home court advantage. Yeah. But now the Allison Development Center portion, your offices, weight room, practice gyms, that's all complete now.
Well, it was like Christmas for us at the end of July, beginning of August, as we moved in and got everything organized, situated. Before that, we just showed up and played games at the Foster and then came back to the Farrell Center. So that's been a blessing. Our players have loved the new amenities, and they're there in the morning, they're there before and after practice, and probably at night. So they really enjoyed all the new things that they get to, new toys they get to play with.
Man, it is great. It is fabulous. Yeah. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it very much. Look forward to the start of the season.
Well, thank you, and thanks for the great questions tonight, and can't wait to see you. Remember, we need to see you in Dallas, if possible, November 9th, and then our first game will be November 17th at home.
Very nice. Coach, thanks very much. Coach Scott Drew.